Alright, we are back. And we've got two prisoners to interrogate. Alright, Ockar and Higgimus, you are standing over the unconscious one and the one who is conscious, tied up. And you've seen that your initial questions have not gone as you would have hoped so far. What's next?
Look, buddy, I'm the calm and reasonable one here in this whole crazy situation. So you can either answer to me and not have many problems, or I can step away and let you deal with my friend here, who is not nearly as reasonable as I am. I say as I motion to Higgimus, who has the big giant sword.
When you say that, I'd be like, "Come on, just I'll talk to you." Be like, "Come on, just let me deal with this. It'd be a lot quicker."
You're undermining me.
No, I don't think he is. I think he's trying to
He's
do
reinforcing
bad
it.
cop to your good
He's
cop.
like, I could get answers
Yeah, I
and
get
not
what you
nice
mean.
and quick.
Well, let's see which one of us this guy here prefers. I say to look back at the guy who's tied up, saying if he wants to either deal with me or deal with the angry hippo.
He does look up at this, and he looks between the pair of you. He's definitely glaring, and he says he looks to you, Ockar, and says, "Well, if I talk, you just kill me anyway."
I'm a paladin. I'm a paladin. If I swear I won't kill you, then I won't kill you.
And you swear it?
As long as you don't do any... As long as you try not to escape or attack us, then yes.
He looks back to Higgimus, giving him, eyeing up his size and everything like that. Higgimus, are you doing anything while this is happening, or are you just standing there?
I think he should be, sharpening his...
Sharpening his sword.
No,
Unnecessarily.
Higgimus is going to pull out his nice new hunting knife collection that he has.
Right. The guy's eyes
Take out a
widen
trophy or
slightly.
two.
The guy's eyes widen slightly.
You
Looks
could take out a trophy or two as well.
He likes his trophies. One of us we should mention.
looks back at you, Ockar, and he says, "Well, I don't know much. I don't know what you expect to get out of me."
Well, if you just answer the questions we have, then that'll be good enough.
Okay.
To
Well,
the best of
he's
your
silent
ability.
at that.
Okay, then, so... Why did you attack us?
Well, I was ordered to find the people out here.
And who ordered you?
Well, he nods his head in the direction that the half orc fled to. I think, well, I think you took care of the one who ordered me to come out here.
Okay.
Well, who was he working for?
He's silent for a moment, and then says, "AKA, I'm looking up at the guy's name." Well, we work for Durdrick, so I guess he was the one that ordered it.
And who is this Durdrick? Is he a slaver or something?
Well, we don't like that term. I mean, I guess, yeah, you could say that's what we do.
Oh. Where's your...
It's a bit of a moral dilemma for the paladin.
Well, I promised not to kill him, so I'm not gonna kill him.
Yeah, I know. It's
I'm
kinda,
gonna... Okay. Where is your base, and where do you keep the people that you capture?
Well, I mean, I heard what we were supposed to come out here and find people who was spotted near the camp. So I would assume you already know where it is. Kind of nods his head in the direction of the lake. It's over that way.
Do you keep the people you capture over there by the camp as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not there. I'm not there.
Why don't you put yourself on mute
Yeah.
rather than saying I'm not there, I'm not there, I'm not there.
He nods some. What can you tell us about the fortifications at this base of yours?
Well, I mean, we got catapults. Is that what you mean?
How many people you have? Do you have any actual prisoners now?
I heard we'd I mean, yeah, we do. We got some new ones, and I don't know much about the operations. We's just come out here to scout, make sure that we're taking care of, you know, some of the nastier monsters that might think about eating us. You know, let the camp know what's going on out here.
So you're basically just a scouting patrol.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to...
Where's your ship? How'd you get here? To this moon.
Well, the ship's getting supplies right now.
What type of ship was it?
It's I don't really know these things. It's a big wide one. I think it used to be have a temple on it.
Huh.
By the way, Braxon, you come back at about that point, just in time to hear that.
Thanks a lot. So, there was a temple on this ship, built on top of it.
That's what I heard.
You know something about that?
Well, I presume you've been on the ship when you came here.
Yeah, but I don't know much about ships. I know
Okay.
woods.
How many decks?
That's the floor things. 2, I think, maybe 3. I don't know.
Any raised bits at the front and back?
The back, I think.
Well, when's the ship due back?
I don't know. They just kind of show up and bring supplies or take off our cargo and stuff like that. When I don't have much to do with that.
How
When
long
was
has
it
it been gone?
4 or 5 days, I think.
Not.
Usually gone, between a week or 2, I think.
Okay, thank you.
Interesting. Well,
So,
that's quite a bit of useful information so far.
How many of you came on the one ship?
Well, we didn't all come at once.
Yeah, obviously. You came on several trips. But the ship you came on, how many people were on it?
Do you mean how many came on it and stayed?
In total, crew and people that stayed.
Well, I don't know. There were about 15 of us who stayed. I guess whatever the ship needs to operate. I don't know these things. I'm not a sailor.
How many
how
people
many-
are in the your camp right now?
Let's see. Maybe 50, something like that.
They're all your kind?
You mean human?
Yeah.
No, we got some orkies and some ogres.
Ogres.
They not too bright, but they do they know how to take care of our cargo.
Hmm. What was the organization you said you work for?
Well, we don't really work for anyone. I mean, I guess we probably deal with some of the others, but I'm not. I don't know that kind of stuff. They just pay me.
So you're like a mercenary.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
So your organization doesn't have a name.
I mean, if it does, I don't know what it is. They hired me to scout. I don't know the details.
Okay. Where did they hire you? Where did you sign up?
I signed up with them when they swung by Grinder a few months ago.
Uh-huh. And most of the others from Grinder, or?
I don't know. I mean, those who, he nods to the blood stains around. They was from Grinder. I don't know about the others. Some have been with them longer than we have.
Okay, that's good.
He's kind of giving you sidelong glances between Ockar and Higgimus.
Yeah, I'm just kind of nodding my head as I think about all this. So,
So do you spend most of your time here, or do you go to other places as well?
Well, I mean, I go to other, we have a patrol route.
Uh-huh. Do you know the names of the other celestial bodies you go to?
No, I mean a patrol route here.
Ah, right. So you only come to this moon.
Yeah, I haven't been anywhere else really since they hired me at the Grinder.
Okay. Sounds
Well,
good.
well, since you're working with slavers, but I promise not to kill you, we will still probably have to arrest you for your work with the slavers.
Quick note to you, Ockar, you would probably not say that to him.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what I can say next, but my brain is coming up empty at the moment.
Well, after that, be like, well, is there any more information you guys can think of that you want?
Okay, so the camp over there, how many gates are there into it?
Just one. Main gate.
Just one? There's no postern gate?
Mm-mm.
No hidden passages?
Not that I know of. I mean, I don't spend much time there. Just, in the scout quarters when I'm not out scouting, which is where I was before they sent us out.
So, are there any special words you say, passwords to get in?
No.
Or do you
Any
guys know each other?
I mean,
Does everybody know everybody else?
we've been there a few weeks now.
50 people, they know each other.
Yeah. When are you
Is there-
expected back?
Well, this wasn't a normal patrol, so I don't know when they expected us to come back. You'd have to talk to him over there. He points again in the direction where the half-orc ran off to.
I tried
Yeah.
talking to him.
We probably won't get much out of him.
I tried talking to him. He wouldn't let me.
Is there any other information you would be willing to divulge to us? Keep in mind, anything you say could help out quite a bit.
And the more you help us, the better things look for you.
He looks a little uncomfortable at that. I mean, I don't know what you want, why you're here. I mean, you just here hunting beasties like them dwarves?
Yep, we want to avoid coming in contact with any other hunting group that might mistake us for prey,
So,
like you guys did.
so you bumped into the other hunting party that had dwarves in. How long ago was that?
Well, I didn't. I saw him get brought in. That was
Uh-huh.
less
Were they
than a
all
week
alive?
ago.
Were they all alive when they got brought in?
I mean, if some weren't alive, they wouldn't have brought them in. They would have left the bodies out here.
Good point. How many did they bring in that you saw?
I think it was a dozen or so.
Uh-huh.
I can,
And they're in some sort of stockade, are they?
Yeah, and then back at the base. Yeah, stockade, as you say.
So how do we recognize where they are being held?
Well, we keep the cargo in long building at the back.
Long building at the back. Good. So yeah, we are here to hunt beasts, but we have a standing arrangement with other groups that we help each other out. So we're going to try and get our friends back.
He looks at you
And,
oddly with that. Well, you're friends with them dwarves?
We have a standing arrangement with other groups that we help each other.
He
If
looks
people
rather
get
confused
attacked,
about that.
we render assistance to each other.
And that includes those dwarves that you captured.
Yeah. So we're not going to be able to let you go now because you could go back and warn the others. So we'll have to take you away for a while. But you have cooperated, and if you've told us everything we need to know, and your information allows us to assist the other group, it'll be considered in your favor.
Oh, okay. So you're letting me live? You can let me go?
Yeah.
Of
We-
course.
If you heard us during the battle, we constantly told you to put your arms down. Your boss over there, I pleaded with him to stop fighting me and to drop his weapon.
I don't remember
He
you
falls-
saying that, but
Well,
Okay,
we
you
tried. I tried to get them to surrender, and that didn't work out so well.
I told everybody I came up to surrender.
Wait.
some of this sounds like a little bit of a retcon, but okay.
Hey! I know
Oh.
exactly that Ockar did that.
Yeah.
At least with the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Braxon did that. And he had his imaginary friend saying he was talking to his imaginary friend in Dwarvish, saying that we need to take him alive.
what?
All right.
Anyway.
Any other questions for him?
I think
think
this retconning, what was it, alternate reality thing is not a very good spell for this group.
I think
There's no retconning. We tried to take them alive.
No, I just someone you were saying that you said it to everyone, and I just don't recall you saying it to everyone. Anyway,
Well, you
moving
might
on,
not have said it to
moving on,
everyone,
Moving
no.
on. Moving on.
I remember the one.
Doesn't
person
matter. Moving
I
on.
didn't say to it.
Was there any
Get
other
out of-
questions? Were there any other questions that you
I
wanted
think
to
I got
ask
as
him?
much information as I think I need.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got the guy tied up. Yeah. Okay, gentlemen. Let's have a conference about. Braxon have put the gag back on the guy, and he's going to say to them. He's going to say to them before he gags him, "We're going to gag you so that you don't try and call out to your friends." Yeah. Now remember, we've promised we don't want to kill you. If you try to escape or if you try to call your friends down on us, you might put us in a position where we have to hurt you. We don't want to hurt you. Okay?
All right, that quiets him down a bit.
Yeah, and he's going to say, we're going to take you off to some friends of ours at some point. We'll make sure you get fed and everything. Yeah, we just need you to be cooperative. Right, I'm going to have a chat with my friends and see what our next move is.
Braxon's a bailiff enforcer.
So, Braxon's going to suggest that we take a few paces away from the guys so they can't hear us, and we'll
Make
talk
sure
quietly.
his bonds are still tied tight.
Yeah,
I'll check
Okay.
the bonds, make sure he didn't pull the knife to the side, loosening them.
and he's going to say loud enough for that guy to hear. If we check the other guy, make sure he's not injured. Make sure he doesn't throw up and choke on his.
Well, the other
Choke
guy
on
is
it.
most definitely injured.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, I
Dying.
mean, as in, he's not dying.
He's not. Yeah, he's not bleeding out.
yeah.
Are we there
And-
yet?
No.
Are we there? Have
No.
we arrived yet?
No.
Okay,
No.
so we take
Oh, okay.
we take a few paces away. Yeah, and Braxton says, "Well, we got conflict here because really we need to take those guys back to the ship and get them watched by our people. We might need to take some of our crew to take on this base, and we also need to wait for the others who should be back soon with intelligence. So maybe we have to wait for the others and then take these two and go back to our ship."
Things have certainly got a lot more complicated.
Yeah, that's a lot of people there in that base.
The good
Especially
thing
they got
is,
ogres and half orcs there.
we've confirmed from this guy that the dwarves, without even asking him about dwarves, we've confirmed from this guy that the dwarves are in there, which is exactly what we need to know. With any luck, Lafdul will be able to have spotted this building at the back of the camp and see whether he can get any evidence that they're still in there, or maybe even spring them. When do you think they'll be due back?
Well,
Uh,
he said usually it was a week. Ship's been gone for how many days, he said?
Oh, no, I mean, when do you think Lafdul will be back?
Oh, goodness.
I
don't
imagine
know.
Lafdul won't be gone too much longer.
I don't know, maybe an hour or two.
Yeah. How long do you think it'll take us if we need to go get this guy to the ship?
Well,
long
the
do you-
problem is if
Leva
if Lafdul needs our help and we leave, we're not here. And if
Yeah,
we
there-
take the
there is
if we
the
take the
problem
boat,
is- there
the
is
boat's
al-
not here.
There is the problem if Lafdul accidentally messes this up and we have to deal with all 50 guys chasing after us to the ship.
Yeah,
Well, Lafdul's usually pretty sneaky. He's been sneaking around Brawl, which is
Yeah.
way more populated.
I think
I've got.
I think one of our
Do you
best.
want to tell the paladin that?
Wait, what? He's been thinking around Brawl. What?
No, he just he's always been.
Lafdul's-
knows
Not there.
Lafdul's a person. Oh,
You're not
You know,
there.
You're not
the
there.
house where you were taking care of that vampire person, he snuck into that place. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Oh.
Lafdul's great. He's got a real nose on him. He sniffs out dodgy stuff, and he finds what's there. He's also found a few fights. So
Yeah, you end up finding a big fight for us if we're not
The-
careful.
the other thing I would say though is if there are 50 people in there, and they come out of the base, that means there'll be less in the base defending the dwarves. So I don't especially want Lafdul to come running through our camp any moment, followed by 50 fighters with weapons. But it could be that if we can create the illusion that there's a force attacking them, and they all go running off in one direction, or if they think there are people they can capture, and some of them go off in a hunting party, it could be that we have less people to take on.
Wasn't that what that group was about? Trying to capture us or something?
I don't know.
Although
Possibly
I do
they
have
were.
a retcon.
You have a retcon?
Yes. Remember when Lafdul pulled the prank on us? I said I had magic missiles ready.
Yeah, no,
Well,
I'm
that's
not.
that's not the case. What I did have ready was the tentacle thing, the deep spawn.
Oh God.
The
No, I'm not
illusion
gonna. I'm not
spell.
gonna retcon that. You said you had magic missile ready,
Uh-huh.
so
Fair enough.
Okay, so back to this. So my opinion is we wait and see what happens with the whole Lafdul situation, and if he
Yeah.
does bring the force with him, we run.
Yeah, we'll have to run. So we promised we wouldn't kill these people, so we might leave them.
Well, yeah, and if we lead them, they'll be picked up by their own group, which I guess would be good for them, but bad for us. But
Well, I was careful to tell them that we were a hunting party, and that we take care of other hunting parties.
Perhaps we should kind of clean up our combat area here.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's take the time to do that while we wait for Lafdul and the people to get back and see what happens with that.
Yep.
okay. So you're gonna you take care of try to hide the signs of the battle. Retrieve arrows and at the very least hide them and stuff like that. And then just wait for Lafdul, Yeldan, Leva to come back.
Uh huh.
Okay.
Braxon's going to give the prisoners some sips of water.
Okay.
Not-
Keep an eye out just in case there is other people coming to look for these guys too.
Okay. You don't have anything eventful happen while you're there, other than at one point a handful of rabbits hopped into view, and then catching sight of you, and everything like that, they hopped away.
Okay, Braxton's going to go back to the other fighters, and he's going to say, I've had a thought about what we tell the crew.
You mean
Why?
you're going back to Ockar and Higgimus?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I had a thought about what we tell the crew. So we told the crew we were coming here to look for stuff. So now we've had this encounter with these people who could even talk to our crew. We say that we bumped into these people who attacked us, and we found out that they're slavers, and they've captured some dwarves who were on this moon hunting animals, and we're going to rescue the dwarves. So we're telling them the truth of what we're going to do.
Yep.
But from the point of view of, not making it like we were always going to do that from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that way, when we go back to Brow, if they go around telling people this, it doesn't cause problems for our employer.
That sounds fun.
That works.
Okay. So Lafdul, Yeldan, and Leva, you get back to the rest of the party. It's now an hour-ish after sunset, so Braxon.
Can I keep
Higgimus,
my
and...
invisibility?
Yeah, it hasn't broken yet.
Yeah, I'm not breaking it.
If you're specifically not breaking it, Yeldan, I would say that you would insist on handing Lafdul something so you can keep track of him, especially after what he did to you.
All right, sure.
Couldn't I break the spell?
No.
Nope, it's only
As
the
the
person
caster?
that's been.
Nope.
Actually, I think you can.
Nope.
Okay, so Braxon waves to. He wouldn't see very well, would he? I was going to say he waves to the two people
Else
who
could
can
see
see.
us before we saw them.
It's.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, definitely, but I mean, there's stars out. You got starlight.
Yeah, you'd see some stuff from Starlight.
So when we get there, I assume we notice the prisoners. Like, okay, let's go talk over here so they can't hear us,
Yeah,
and we exchange information.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
Braxon says that we found out these guys have told us that the dwarves have been captured and they're in a room at the back of the base, and that we've decided that we're going to tell our crew that we've heard that some dwarves have been captured, and we decided now to rescue them.
Apparently, there's also
Here's a
like
question.
there's apparently also like 50 people in this fort that we will have to deal with.
Yeah, ground assault might not work, but they have 4 catapults. Well, what? There was 2 light catapults.
So, where's Lafdul? Is he still back there?
He's invisible, I say, rolling my eyes.
Lafdul says nothing.
He's around, invisible.
Right.
Now,
Do you think he could go back in there? Because we know where they are. Did he see them? Where are you,
No.
Lafdul?
Lafdul announces himself. Yeah, he basically relays information to the party.
Braxon takes off Lafdul's rope and holds it out and says, "Can I have my rope back, please?"
Yeah, the rope was very useful, he says. He doesn't know he's saying it in inverted commas, but he's saying it.
All right, so you two re-exchange
It's
the ropes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Braxon, as soon as you kind of like grasp at the air until finally you feel it, and then as soon as Lafdul lets go, it appears in your hand, and now Lafdul, you have a coil of visible rope hanging off of you somewhere.
Can I tuck it
still go.
underneath me? In my backpack? Does it disappear?
It will disappear if you tuck it in your backpack.
Does it stay disappeared once I take it out?
No, I mean it's going to be visible. So if you pull it out, it's still visible.
Well, now we know we're
Can you hold on to this?
No, but no.
No
So if you put a visible rope inside an invisible bag, you can't see the rope anymore because the object it's in is invisible.
Actually, it's all my contents inside my bag visible once I take them out.
As soon as you let them go, they're visible.
Alright.
This is one of the problems with invisibility. You can't fight your potions anymore.
Wow. Okay,
this is why
so
you can end it whenever you want.
can I roll to see whether I'm facing the right direction for Lafdul?
Well, unless
How
he's
does
moving.
can
Pass
see-
the rope to you.
Yeah, he just passed
Yeah.
the rope to you.
Okay, so Braxton carries on talking in that direction and hopes that Lafdul's still in that direction. He says, there's apparently a building, and he describes the building that he's been told about, where the captured dwarves are all in that building. That's where they're keeping the slaves. I don't know whether there might be other slaves in there.
I tell the party as much as I can, but basically I said I didn't want to risk compromising myself and putting the rest of the party in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm just trying
No,
to
that's
figure
good.
out.
Hold on, real fast. So, Lafdul, are you leaving out the part about knocking on that door multiple times?
Oh
to get
yeah,
the
I'm
guy?
not telling them about everything. You
Alright.
know, I'm telling them the relevant bits.
Just checking.
Uh,
I'm just saying that
Right.
if you
Sometimes
say
get the
if-
wrong impression of me.
I'm just saying that if you were telling them that oh yeah, I didn't want to compromise my position, but I also played a prank there, it might
Right,
make you
so-
question things.
So
yeah, that's like 50 people. Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think I have to go in with Jim?
okay, Lafdul, you're quite sneaky, and there's this
They
invisibility.
caught me towards the end.
They caught you.
Well, they heard me as
They heard you.
as I fell off the wall.
Okay,
They didn't find me, but
right. Okay, but let's get back to what I was saying. You're quite sneaky. You're quite good at sneaky stuff.
Most of the time, it
You
seems.
should exercise getting off walls a bit more, Lafdul.
hey,
What-
the first time I aced it, no one saw it though.
Okay, right. I'm trying to start us having a plan of getting those people out. There's 50 people in there. We can't take on 50 people, but we might be able to take out 50 people, or delay them or injure some of them. Would you be able to sneak in there invisibly and do things like put traps on the stairs so that when people come down the stairs, they step on caltrops or fall over or whatever.
That was one of the things I wanted to do. I actually have caltrops on me, but I wasn't sure if that was considered a hostile action. It would break the invisibility.
Well, we don't want to do this now. We need to have diversions so that when we go in to get the dwarves out, we have a number of different things happen that distract people and disarm people and make people run and attack things in other directions.
Here's a question. Do you think that we could possibly have Lafdul cut the ropes on catapults so they won't work?
Or
but they've got like 3 people guarding the catapults or 2 people on the catapults all the time.
Well, if you're invisible, then you can do it, but then...
They're going to watch. They're going to hear it.
Or
Ropes
maybe just
snapping and cutting and tearing. You hear that?
What would be the likelihood that we could, like,
do we have like acid thing?
Can we use our ship in this situation, like fly it in and start bombarding them with our ship weapons?
No, because the catapult's going to shoot our ship, but we might be able to do something with our ship.
That's why I was thinking about trying to about the catapults. Like, do you have a vial of don't you have a vial of acid or something that you on the ropes?
I've got a vial of acid and a vial of metal fatigue, which would disable a couple of them, but they're going to see it.
How many catapults do they have?
4.
2 big ones, 2 small ones.
How long?
Were the catapults on turrets?
Lafdul would give that. The light ones can turn. The big ones, I don't think they could turn. Did I see that old? Yeah, I've been on the...
They can turn a bit, but they can't do a 360.
I think we might be able to do something with the ship if Lasso can disable the bigger catapults.
Yeah.
I could probably disable maybe 1, maybe 2.
The metal technique might not work. Work for getting into wars without being.
What else did you see that you can sabotage?
They've got a water supply.
Uh-huh.
Well,
we don't have anything that's going to make them go to sleep, do we?
Or make them need to go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
I don't think...
me and Level might be able to work something up.
I might be able to find some plants that do that in the forest.
I'm not sure how I feel about us poisoning their water supply.
I'm not talking about killing them.
Yeah, we're not killing them. Just putting them out of commission.
Giving them runs.
Just making them feel bad to their stomach.
Ockar, the basic deal is we need to get past these people to rescue the dwarves. We either kill them or we incapacitate them. If we give them all dodgy stomachs and we get in and out without killing them, they'll be better off.
Yeah,
well, we will also be better off because we can't take 50 people on.
I have this spell called Air Sphere. Can we sort of foul the air in such a sphere?
No.
It won't work. It won't work.
Too small.
I asked Old.
Yeah, no, I don't believe so. That I don't think it works the way that you're thinking it does.
Okay.
Okay, so
I
guess the runs plan wouldn't be that bad an idea if you're sure it will work.
Yeah, I could scavenge a few berries that make it thick.
We can test them out on these prisoners.
We're not testing it out on the prisoner.
Lafdul giggles to himself.
Okay.
We need to make sure they work.
Okay, so should we go back to our ship and get some of our crew to help?
We might need to use the ship after we disabled.
We're going to need help.
People there.
We're going to need some of the crew.
Because we can take these 2 back, lock them up in the ship, see if we can get some of the crew from the ship to help us, and see if we can get the ship to create a diversion. The ship could. Here's an idea, and it's not an idea I think we should do. It's an idea. If we got the ship to land visibly somewhere where they would see, they might send out a slaving patrol to try and capture people.
There'll be less people on there.
Yeah, so if 10 or 20 people go out to try to capture our ship, and our ship is aware of this, and our ship is going to take off, then all we need is for those people to be gone, and then we can go in.
They're gonna head straight back and
We-
take off again. What
we
we
could
need...
We could attempt to lure patrols out like that and take them out.
Yeah.
It'll only work like a couple times, but that'll at least lessen the forces in there.
Well, the thing is, how long have we got to effectively weaken them? How many days?
Well, we got told the ship left several days ago.
What, 3 days, 4 days?
We got that until that ship.
So we got a day and a half, maybe. Or 2 days.
So here's something. I think poisoning, well, not poison, but sabotaging the water and food supplies is a good way by making sick, by putting bad berries in work.
We might also need to do that with their booze, because some of them may not drink water for all we know. They may just drink booze.
They cook with their water, though.
Yeah, they
It's gonna
cook
be
with
in
the
the food.
water.
They're going to have dried rations. Most of the time, anyway.
So, I'll have to look around. Let's head back to the ship.
All right. If we're gonna head back to
And
ship,
when we get to the ship, I'll take some time in the nearby forest to look around for finding.
Yeldan, when we leave this little area here, could you make sure that our battle that we had here is hidden a little bit better?
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of went around to it, but I feel better if you took a extra look over it and made sure for us.
Sure, yeah, I'll spend time to make sure. Basically, I do what I do when I did by myself in the forest. I make it look like there was never a camp there.
Give me a tracking proficiency check for that. Because, it's basically you're trying to foil tracking, so...
Yeah. +1, 7. 20.
Hang on. I've got a spell I might be able to use to augment that. I don't know if I can cast it on him now.
Do you have it memorized?
No, it's a scroll.
No need to use a scroll for this.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty standard stuff.
Right.
And Yeldan's used to it.
Yeah. You do
Sure.
you do your best to make it look like no one's been here.
There, that should be the best I can do. And let's head back to the ship now.
Surely Lafdul would just leave lots of wolf tracks.
He's still leaving wolf tracks, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna
I
go
walk
down
around a
to the river and sail back down.
Yeah, with the 2 prisoners.
Okay. So it takes about 30 minutes to make your way. 40 minutes, including getting to the river.
Void token. Let me know when to stop. So we go onto the river.
Just hold on. I'll check to see for random encounter.
Yeah, I'll just leave the token.
Okay. It's uneventful on the trip down the river.
Cool. We'll put and we'll go back to the ship.
Okay. Braxon will hail the ship as we're coming into them.
So they know it's us, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, give.
Yeah. You get back to the ship without incident.
And he gives the crew a briefing. Unless Higgimus wants to do it.
No, I'll let you do that.
Do you want me to roleplay it, or?
Yeah, if you want to roleplay it, I'll let you do it. Otherwise,
Old?
yeah, Higgimus can just
Up to
say
you.
it to him.
Okay. So Old says, right, I need the crew on deck. Things have changed.
All right, they assemble.
Okay, things have changed, lads. We came here to hunt for some animals for someone, but we've stumbled into some slavers who are just yonder. And we found out from these guys that tried to kill us that they've been capturing other groups who've been down here hunting. So they've captured a group of dwarves and possibly other groups before that. We don't know about any other people they've been capturing as slaves. There's ships that come in occasionally who take people off to be sold in slavery. Now, we don't like slaves. We don't like slavers. So we're going to rescue these people. And we might have to cut our proper mission short and leave the planet as soon as we get them. So we're looking into now to what action we need to take for a new plan to rescue these people from the base. We might need some of you to come with us. We might need some of you to do a diversion. One thing we do want is we want you lot to be very careful of yourselves and each other, because we don't want any of you being captured by the slavers. Okay? So heads up, if you see anyone that's not us, they might be hostile. So keep an eye out, folks. And get back to what you were doing. And thank you very much.
They nod and go back to what they were doing, which for the most part is not much. I mean, the ship has just landed and hiding.
While everybody else is getting aboard the ship, Yeldan's gonna explore the nearby forest. He's gonna hide in shadows and silently while doing this.
I will go with Yeldan. I can keep an eye out.
And he's gonna be while he's doing that, he's gonna be looking for berries that he knows will make people sick.
Okay.
One second.
We'll deal with that in a second. Well, first of all, Lafdul and Yeldan, would you have left before Braxon gave his little spiel to the crew?
I wasn't planning on boarding the ship at all.
Okay, so yeah, you wouldn't have been involved in that. So we'll say that you did leave. So you are not going to be aware of this. Braxon, after that, Runthus comes up to give you a report on everything that's happened while you guys were gone. It's pretty uneventful. He does say that they saw some large flying creatures. Exactly what, he wasn't sure. One looked like it may have been a griffin or something similar, and another may have been a dragon or something similar.
Did it look like anyone was riding them, or just wild creatures?
Hard to say.
Okay, right.
And they've also heard some, wolves and bears and stuff like that, but nothing. Nothing bothered them as far as while they were here.
Well, that's great news, because it sounds like there's nothing threatening the ship. We need these two guys locked up below. We don't want them getting back to the camp, but we want them taken care of. But be careful of them. We don't want them escaping.
Lafdul?
He's already
before you head off. Oh, here
I'm with Yeldan.
All right.
We don't know where Lafdul is because he's invisible.
You kids around us right now.
Okay, so Yeldan and Lafdul, you're going to be looking for herbs, mushrooms, things like that.
Give people a bad time.
Yeah. All right.
You have herbalism?
Yeldan, give me a survival check, and Lafdul, give me an herbalism check.
I'm also doing my hide in shadows.
Yeah.
Where's my
Slash RD. My survival is 12.
Lafdul, you find some things that you're pretty sure will mess up their digestion.
I'll go over what both of us found when we get back to.
Yeldon,
maybe it's just an intolerance for me, just me personally, so that I know these just totally disagree with me. I'm just the odd one out.
What is
you
your score there, Yeldon?
My score is 12.
Okay.
Because I'm looking for things that I normally avoid.
Okay. You do hear some wolf howls while you're out looking, but they sound pretty far off. Other than that, the trip is uneventful. Yeldan, you do find some berries that you think would be pretty bad for their digestion as well.
Get as
You
many
can
as
actually show them to me because Leva had to sort of collect herbs for her master, for her owner, when he did some poison stuff.
I'll definitely see if Leva can do anything with them, make it like a liquid or something.
So I'm gonna have to start making you guys do GM rolls for this, aren't I?
What?
I mean,
Yeah,
you
'cause
guys
we're
saw
influencing
the
the
failure, and so immediately you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna double check Lafdul's work."
No,
I
not
didn't
me.
see anything. I didn't. I watched something quite different. I didn't see that he failed.
Yeah, you might want to do the DM roll if you'll want us doing that.
Not me, Ald. I'm quite happy to have Braxon blissfully go into situations with the wrong idea.
So, Lafdul, you found some stuff that you're pretty sure is going to mess them up. Yeldan, you found some stuff that you're pretty sure is going to mess people up. So, you've got some stuff going for that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go bring him to Leva because I know she's been dabbling in alchemy.
Well, she's a
And
cook.
and see if I'm cooking. That's
Are you?
and see if
Oh. I didn't know.
and
She has
see if
cooking and
she can
herbalism.
see if she can turn them into a potion, like a liquid, to just dump into the well rather than just straight berries into the.
Okay.
Braxon goes looking for Higgimus.
All right, so Yeldan and Lafdul, you were gone for at least half an hour.
Okay.
What are the rest of you doing while they're off looking?
Braxon's going looking for Higgimus. I've got an idea. You firing the gun earlier gave me an idea. When we get into a combat with these guys, we want them to either think there's more of us than there is, or to send some of their forces the wrong way. Your gun gave me an idea. The gun is going to attract people. I don't want to waste all your guns, but do you think there's any way we can create something that sets off charges of smoke powder that we can put around the camp in the wrong direction, so that when they come out looking for us, we can have smoke powder being fired from a direction, and they send some people to attack people that aren't there?
How many bombs do you guys have left?
Well,
One.
the problem being is that I don't really have a whole bunch with us.
I'm not talking about getting rid of guns. I'm thinking, is there some way we can make a fuse with some smoke powder? I mean, you're a gun expert. Is there some way we could make something where we have a long fuse and some smoke powder goes bang, and then a while later some more smoke powder goes bang?
That's fine, but that should be too hard, I would think. But the problem being is I have 7 rounds of shot left, not included the 3 guns I have here, the rounds I have in these guns here.
What about the big barrel of smoke powder we had?
We don't have that with us.
Yeah, it's on the ship.
No,
The
it's
smoke
in
powder
storage. It's in storage. It's in storage at
It's in
our
storage.
at our
Oh.
keep or whatever you want to call that thing.
Yeah.
That's such a shame. That's such a
We
shame.
not have it with us.
We don't have it with us. We don't have it with us.
For the because having it with you risks the ship going
Compromise.
boom.
We could have at least one barrel full.
Well, we don't.
Just,
We
okay,
could have,
let me
but we
put it this
don't.
way. Put it this way. Hold on. If we get shot, and that just miraculously hits the section that we have it stored, all can roll and say, "Oh, well, whatever is in there gets blown up." Well, that's going to go boom, boom to the whole ship.
Okay.
Also, we don't need to carry that much around. We don't
Yeah.
shoot off that much.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We're hang on. We're metagaming. Can we get back into the role playing? So Braxon says, okay, fair enough, we don't have that. Have you got any ideas how we can do something similar that might make some sort of diversion?
I do have one grenade left.
Right, so
That
many
grenade
guns?
can easily take out a catapult. Dang.
Higgimus, how many guns do you have?
3.
hey,
Well,
hey,
that's 3 guns. That could be shot.
this invisibility thing. Do you think they could put invisibility on the grenade? Does the grenade go off straight away?
Yes.
I believe it's impact, right? The
You
grenade-
light it and throw.
Right.
light
Old?
throw.
Could I make a grenade invisible?
Sure. I mean,
Why would you want
it's...
You've got to be very careful with handling that.
Could I do this after they placed it?
You just tuck it under your shirt or something, or in your backpack. Well, I guess.
Well, I think the
Oh,
way
look,
you
I
guys there?
accidentally pulled the pin.
Are you guys there?
Hold on, guys. Hold on. So the way Old describe it is, it also has to be kind of thrown to be broken as well.
Okay, cool. Right, so we might not be able to use the grenade as a diversionary tactic, and it might be more useful to chuck it at the people that come running through the gate at us.
Well, what I was thinking is we have the grenade here. We have Greek fire that we can throw down too. So like if Lafdul was able to harm those catapults, we could just rain down destruction on these guys for a little bit.
Yeah.
While they're dealing with us, somebody can get those other guys out.
What's your
to
thought?
answer your question, Braxon, Levi is there, yes.
Right, cool.
But
Okay.
she only has invisibility again tomorrow.
Okay, no, that's
Yeah.
great. If Lever's there, talking character, I got no problem with that. Okay, so what if we can do something else in the woods? Has anyone got any objections to setting a fire?
No?
Yeldan's
Probably
not there.
Yeldan.
Probably Yeldan.
Yeldan's not there though.
Oh, I'm not there either.
I don't care.
I don't. Have we determined where Ockar is? I don't remember.
You're on the
How
ship
big-
at this point.
It's up
How
to you.
big a fire are we talking?
I'm just thinking of diversions. We need to get, when we go in, when they're going to discover when we're in, and when they're going to come out, when they're going to go looking for us, we want them to go in multiple directions, and we want most of those directions to not be the direction we're actually in. So I'm thinking
I've got the deep spawn.
the deep spawn. That
Yes.
would be amazing. That would be
Yeah.
amazing.
I've
How
got the
about
deep spawn.
with the fire idea? We could set we could pick a spot in the woods and set like a bonfire sort there, but making sure that it doesn't set the entire forest on fire in the process. So
What about a
I
campfire?
suggest we talk to Yeldan about that. He's the specialist. He should know how to make a fire that looks big but isn't really that big to burn down
What?
the whole forest.
What about a campfire? What if we could swing around? What if we could swing around to the other river that leads into the swamp?
Well, do any of us have the necessary proficiencies to know how fire actually develops and how it spreads?
Well, I'm talking about a diversion. They've got patrols out looking for people to capture.
Okay.
If we could lay a false trail leading back to the swamp.
what if we set up several campfires along
Yes,
and have them send out several groups, thinking that there
Exactly.
might be a bunch of sun hunters around and they can
Exactly.
capture.
exactly.
I have the feeling that could turn out to be rather interesting. I mean, if I'm in the process of creating a deep spawn, and there's this campfire on one side of me, the deep spawn on the other side of me, how am I going to hide?